Lastman proves once and for all that all anime is bad, and the only thing keeping its poorly paced, abysmally written, creatively bankrupt corpse afloat is the hordes of screaming weeaboos, fans, and the merchandise sales of half-naked, questionably aged, saucer-eyed bimbos. What makes Lastman different, you ask? Well, it was made by the superior race, by the one true culture of Earth, the French. Now, the French and the Japs have more in common than meets the eye: dubious food, infrequent bathing habits, and an unsettling preoccupation with underage girls. But while Japan is content with spinning its wheels in a cultural malaise so thick that remaking games and anime from the turn of the century is now considered the pinnacle of creativity, the French, meanwhile, have elevated comics to a proper fucking art form, and today we're going to be talking about a show based off of one such comic called Lastman.
Okay, Richard, Dave says you're a solid guy. At least you look like you can take care of yourself. It's not that complicated. Just follow the 3 Ps and you'll be fine.
3 Ps?
Put a cork in it, keep your paws off the dancers, and punch the shit out of any douchebag who gives them a hard time. Got it?
Yeah, I think I got it.
Good. Hey! Get your lazy ass over here! You look like your fucking dog died! You think customers want to pay to watch you sulk up there?
I'm sorry. My son, he's in the hospital and
Who gives a shit? I suggest you come to my office after your shift and convince me as to why I shouldn't fire your ass. Do we understand each other?
Yes, sir.
Then get back to work! Now, what was I talking about?
Well, punch the douchebags.
Oh, yeah. Now.
So, how am I doing?
Lastman is everything good about French comics and anime, but none of the former's kawaii moshi bullshit. The show is centered around Richard Aldana, when he is forced to protect a young girl named Siri from the mysterious and awesomely named Order of the Lion. What ensues is a dazzling achievement of storytelling, script writing, and pacing. Lastman achieves more in a single 13-minute episode than most animes do in an entire season. The show effortlessly dances between comedy, drama, mystery, horror, paranormal, all without genre whiplash or tonal inconsistency. The show is like a twisted fairy tale, set in a fictional city of what the French think America is like, and they're not that far off from the mark.
Sick of being called a loser?
Yes.
Sounds like you need a gun. The Silversmith revolver, where the only side effect is being awesome.
Hey, it's cool, man.
Silversmith, a gun, and then some.
The characters are all likable, flawed and entertaining as all hell, with the blue-haired vixen Tomie winning my vote for Waifu of the Year for all fucking years. Richard Aldana himself is a lazy, loudmouth, impulsive fuck-up, but with a heart of gold. Howard is morally complex and ambiguous without ever veering off into edgelord territory. Siri starts off as a shy and unsure teenage girl, but slowly gains confidence as she understands her power and the horrific truth behind it. The show is full of interesting and cool concepts that a lesser show would milk for entire arcs or seasons, but Lastman uses them only for a single episode, with only a few getting several. Without major spoilers, the show's main plot centers around trying to cure Siri of her afflictions by entering the world's most dangerous tag team boxing tournament, full of crazy opponents and paranormal perils, and it's up to the last man for the job, Richard Aldana. The show is actually a prequel to the comic, with the show getting greenlit only halfway through the comic's original run.
So this is where you've been hiding, you little shit.
Yeah, warm and roomy. Reminds me of your mom's vagina.
There is a second season coming out of France sometime this year, and seeing how there's about a decade from season 1's stellar cliffhanger ending until the first issue of the comic, there was plenty of room for the second season to get the cast where they need to be come issue 1.
Who's this asshole? You work for your brother?
Yeah.
I recognize you. Aren't you on TV or some shit like that?
Just leave us alone!
You can start the show and then jump into the comic. That's what I did, and it was one of the few times this actually enhanced the experience for me. Wondering how certain characters wound up where they were in the absence of others was absolutely enthralling to me.
Damn, you're a shitty fucking boxer, Aldana! Even I could take you!
You can watch Lastman on Verve in both its native French and its English dub, and unlike anime, the English dub is fucking excellent.
You're the dumbass. If you let me go, we both go boom! Who's the dumbass now, bitch? Where'd it go? Go!
Or you can watch it for, how should I say, a more reasonable price for those who know the arcane ways of the internet. There is a small problem when trying to get into the comic though, and that is its American publication house dropped it halfway through. But never fear, if you go to the Lastman fan Discord, you can read up on all the fan translations done by a true scholar and gentleman who has my eternal gratitude. After you finish Lastman, if you're looking to get into French comics, I highly recommend Conquest. It's a space opera and it's fucking kick-ass. And for all my fantasy chads out there, if you ever wonder where The Witcher stole its entire shtick and plot from, check out the Elric comics, based off of the Elric books by Michael Moorcock. They're phenomenal. Just look at this fucking art. They're metal as all fuck. But if you're looking for something a little more quintessentially French, Inky Bilal's work, mainly the Nicopole trilogy, is one of the greatest things I've ever fucking beheld in my life. And the movie is also amazing. So thank you so much, boys and girls, for watching the video. I hope you liked it. Up next is going to be a video about Final Fantasy 13, if I can figure out how to do the script correctly and edit the fucking thing and to not be a giant fucking retard. But if not, I do want to do a video on Dragon's Dogma, and spoiler alert, I'm not too fond of it. So I'll see you all next time.
So it goes, my worries start to bleed to the stars, to infinity. So it goes, my worries start to bleed to the stars.